Hello everyone. In this particular session, we'll be discussing about props in React.js. So props is basically properties that we used for in React.js for passing the information among the components. So in this particular session, we'll be discussing about what is props and how we can pass the information from one component to the another component, and how we can access the information that we are passing from the parents component to the child component. And also we'll see one example by explaining all these things that are required or that we need to use for passing the information from one component to the another component. So let's get started. So first of all, what is props in React? So for this one, React basically allows us to pass information to one component using from one component to another component using something called props. And it basically stands for properties, and props are basically kind of global variable or object, we can say. Next comes how to pass or access pass and access properties or the props in React component. So for passing any information in a component, what we need to do is we just need to declare a particular props variable in the component, and we need to pass the value to it. So if we see in the code snippet that we have mentioned here, demo component, and inside that we have sample prop equal to learn with tb. So here sample prop is the name of the props that we are using here, and the value is learn with tb. And the demo component is the component that we have defined in the React component in some other class or function. And if you don't know how to define a particular component in React, you can see my previous sessions for that, and you can get an idea about for defining components in class component as well as function components. So if we see in this code, we can get an idea like we are just passing some information by using the sample prop variable to the demo component. So in the next slide, we can see like this is the information is coming from the demo component as the property name of sample prop. So to access that particular value that are coming from the demo component, what we need to do is we just need to use this dot props dot property name. So in our case, the property name is sample prop. So if we use the syntax this dot props dot sample prop, then we can access the value that are coming from the parents component. So let's take an example for passing the information from one component to another component, and how we can access those particular information that are coming from the parents component to the child component. And one more thing I can mention here, like we can pass as many as props we want. It doesn't have any limit for passing the props from the parents component to the child component. So in this example, if we see, first of all, I have just imported the React and React DOM from the React and React DOM libraries, and after importing, I have defined a class parents, who is basically extending the React.component class. And inside this particular class, what I have done is I have just rendered a HTML code snippet, and here I have defined the header, and I'm just passing two props to the child class components. So here I am just passing the name as well as the user ID to the child class, and once we execute or render this particular parents class, then it will pass the values to the child class, and inside the child class we can just easily access those by using the syntax that we have already defined before. So here if we use this dot props dot name inside the child class, then we can easily get the value that are coming from the parents class. And similarly, we can also use that access the user ID by using this dot props dot user ID. And once we execute this complete application, the output we will be getting is this one. So here you can see first it will print like you are inside parents class, and after that it will show hello user. Since we are using this dot props dot user or this dot props dot name, then it's just giving the value of that particular props. So the value is coming as user, so it will printing as hello user. And next it's showing this you are inside the child component, and after that we are just accessing this dot props dot user ID. So the user ID value is also coming from the parents class, so we can see it as it is assigned by the parents class. So this is the output that we are getting once we execute the above code snippet that we have written in React app.js. So that's all about props that we are basically using in React.js. So here we get a basic idea or overview about the props, what we basically used for in React.js. So we just, by using these props, we can just share the information among the components in React, and you can pass any values. It doesn't matter what types of variables you want to pass, but you must put it in the form of strings. And also one thing we can mention, like, it doesn't have any limits. We can pass as many as props we want to pass to the child class. So that's all about props in React.js. And thank you for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned with Let's Learn with TB for more upcoming videos about data science, machine learning, Android application development and full stack web development. Thank you guys. Thank you.